They see a soldier. They see a man in uniform, holding the weight of a nation on his shoulders. But what the world doesn't see is the fire of a new Africa burning in his heart. Ibrahim Traoré is not just another leader. He's the storm the colonial powers never saw coming. And today, we uncover the truth the world doesn't understand about this man. For decades, Burkina Faso was treated as a forgotten land. A nation rich in gold, yet its people remained poor. Foreign corporations extracted resources, while ordinary citizens carried the burden of hunger, insecurity, and hopelessness. The world ignored them, but Ibrahim Traoré did not. He rose from the soil of this.
In 2022, a young captain shocked the world. At just 34, he became the youngest head of state in the world. The West dismissed him. They called him inexperienced, radical, even dangerous, but what they didn't understand was that Traoré carried a vision greater than any office, any title, any throne. He carried the unfinished dream of Thomas Sankara, the dream of a free Africa. The first thing Traoré did was break chains. He told foreign powers, "Your troops are no longer welcome here." He closed military bases that had stood for decades as symbols of control. To the West, this was shocking. To Africa, it was history in the making. Traoré was not afraid to stand alone, because he knew Africa would soon stand with him. Traoré reached out his hands to Mali and Niger. Together, they formed a pact, not of politics, but of survival, a Sahel alliance. Three nations, bound by courage, declaring to the world, "We are done being colonies. We are done being controlled." This unity sent shockwaves across Africa, and fear across Europe. The world doesn't understand Traoré because he represents a threat far greater than war. He represents the idea that Africa can rise without permission, that Africa can say no to exploitation, that Africa can control its own destiny. And make no mistake, history.
They said Thomas Sankara's dream died with him. They said Nkrumah's vision was impossible. They said Gaddafi's plan was too dangerous. But Ibrahim Traoré carries the torch again. A united Africa. A continent that can trade, defend, and rise as one. This is the dream the world fears, and the dream Africa is beginning to embrace.
And while the powers of neocolonialism plot in secret, the African spirit is rising in public. Ibrahim Traoré may just be the leader who turns the tide of history. And the question is not whether the world understands him. The real question is, are we ready for the Africa he is about to create? If you believe Africa's time has come, join us. Subscribe now, because the stories they don't want you to hear are the ones we will keep telling.